Fear is the factor. Same lines all the time, just like a guild of actors. Fear is the factor. Same lines all the time, just like a guild of actors.
And today I want to talk to y'all about loving yourselves. I think in life it's really easy to not know how to do this. It really is. I mean, it's not something that we're born innately knowing how to do. And I think as social creatures, I think we all, in some way, shape, or form, since childhood, look to, affirmation from others. It starts with our parents, our family members, our siblings, who love us most of the time unconditionally, as much as they can to the best of their ability. But as we get older and as we start to develop ourselves as individuals, as we grow and as we mature, it's important for us to know how to love ourselves and what that looks like and what that means. And, loving ourselves or loving yourself means that you appreciate yourself, and not to a point where you're running around all egotistical and thinking that you're better than others, comparing yourself to others and comparing your situation to others. It's more so about falling in love with who you are and the things that you do as an individual. And that's not at the expense of other people or other things. It's more so just coming into a deep acceptance, respect, and acknowledgement of who we are as individuals. Now, that's not to say that, if we love ourselves, we just stop working on ourselves, we stop developing ourselves, because that's not the case. A lot of times, most of the time, us loving ourselves is connected with action. Love is a feeling, but it's also an action. And it's the same thing with us as individuals. You can feel that dignity, you can feel that sense of love and respect within yourself, but there also has to be action that we put into ourselves to develop and to cultivate that love. For instance, if someone is a heavy drinker and they know that particular act is bringing them more harm than it is good, if it's more damaging than it is healing, a person who truly loves himself is going to first acknowledge it and then take positive actions to alleviate it and to better themselves, because they love and they care about themselves. If a person is out of shape and they don't like what they see in the mirror, but they still have that love for themselves, they are going to change their diet. They are going to work out more. They are going to be more conscious about the things they put inside their bodies, because they want to better themselves. Not for others, not because of what others think when they see them or what others might feel, but because they have that intrinsic love for themselves and they want to be better. For me, when I was young, I used to smoke weed a lot, and I realized that, as cool as it was to be high, that I realized that the positives were being far away by the negatives. The money, the lack of clarity, the shame, the shame of it, feeling guilty about it, just it was weighing on me. And I think there was a point in my life where I realized, like, hey man, I know I care about myself. I know I respect myself. I know I cherish who I am as an individual. So there's some things that I think I could change to make myself better. And sure enough, when I put it down, like, my life dramatically was positively impacted, dramatically. And that's just an example. But I think that nowadays with all the social media, especially, you know, in the instant gratification that people get from the likes, people get from the subscriptions, people get from the comments, that self-love has become a little bit distorted. And people, instead of doing it for self-love, they do it to affirm the love of others. And I think that this is something that we really need to be cautious of and realize that, you know, we as individuals, we are in control of our destiny. We are in control of ourselves. We are the ones who, you know, go to sleep at night with each other. We are the ones who wake up wake up in the morning with ourselves. We go to sleep with ourselves, we wake up with ourselves. You know, even in a room full of people, even in a gym full of people, and even in crowded spaces, we are still within ourselves, and our perceptions of who we are don't leave us just because we're around a lot of people. And I just want to encourage you to continue to cultivate the love that you have for yourself. Look in the mirror, tell yourself the things that you like about yourself. Tell yourself the things that you love about yourself. You know, lift yourself up. Look at the things that you're good at. Look at your skills. Look at your different unique creativities. Celebrate those. If there's something in your life that you want to work on, acknowledge it. Don't beat yourself up about it, but acknowledge it. Work on it because you deserve it for yourself. And realize that you shouldn't be looking to do things for other people, because other people's perspectives, other people's opinions are like the wind. They can change. You know, it might not have anything to do with you. Sometimes people grow apart. Sometimes people, you know, move in different directions. However, the one thing that won't change is how you see yourself. When you came in this world, you came in by yourself. When you leave this world, you'll leave by yourself. And when you live in this world, you need to live within and love yourself and not allow the outside influences to create a perception of self-love for you. I know that back in the old days, you know, the same thing applied. It's not just impending on social media. You know, even when we were experiencing the regular norms, going to school, you know, going to the mall, you know, being out around people and not having as much social media, there definitely still was problems with self-love and self-perception. And I think now it definitely is more, especially today with the social media and you got the juxtaposition of instant gratification and self-awareness or self-perception that may have the potential to create a division. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know, your heart and your mind is not lined up and not really digging into loving yourself as an individual and allowing yourself to be manipulated, to be maneuvered and moved by the opinions and actions of other people. So love yourself. Look in the mirror, look in your soul, look in your heart, and love yourself. You know, your heart is a conduit for love. It definitely is. It can definitely impact how we love others and love ourselves. But there also has to be, like I said, some action behind it. You have to continuously remind yourself of, you know, why you are worth love, why you are worth loving yourself. And I think when we do that, when we love ourselves truly, you know, that love emanates to others. And that's really what it's all about. I'm not saying, like I said before, it's not about being prideful. It's not about being egotistical. It really is, you know, just loving the things about who you are as an individual. You know, I look back over my life. I love, you know what I'm saying? There's things about myself that I love. I do. I love that I'm from Chicago. You know, I love that I have family from Mississippi and I have Mississippi roots. I love that, you know, I was a Brazilian athlete who pretty much didn't have a whole lot of training and teaching and was able to, you know, thrive so much where I almost walked onto a Division I college team. Thrive so much where, you know, I have been a director of camps. I have been a personal trainer. I've had my own business. I have coached on the JV and varsity levels. Like, I have done a lot. Like, and I love the path. It's not so much about the actual positions. It's more so the path that I've taken to get to where I am in life. And, you know, sometimes you can definitely still find love, you know, in that struggle. And you got to be patient with yourself. You got to be real with yourself, but you got to be kind and caring to yourself as well. Like, you have to acknowledge the good in your life. And, you know, I just, again, lastly, just challenge y'all to make sure that you are taking the time to actually love yourself. Don't worry about what is happening on social media. Don't worry about followers or likes or comments or subscriptions. You know, if people really understand and feel you, then yeah, they might like, comment, and subscribe. You know, but at the end of the day, like I said, we come into this world with ourselves. We live this life within ourselves, and we'll leave this life with ourselves and by ourselves. So in the meantime, just continue to cultivate that love, continue to cultivate that self-respect, that patience with yourself, that reality with yourself. And when you do that, you're going to liberate others to do so as well. But that's all I got to say on that point. You know, I heard a good message this morning from one of the people who I like to listen to at times. And, you know, I thought that I would reiterate the sentiment from my perspective and my point of view. But here I am, I'm at the gym. You know, one of my things that I've been doing to cultivate the love within myself as of lately is, you know, just taking time to work out. You know, taking time to work out, be physically active, you know, be stronger. You know, I'm getting older. I'm 40 years old now, so I think it's important for me to continue to take care of my body, you know, challenge myself, push myself, reading a lot more, you know, listening to music a lot more thoughtful stuff, you know, just writing and things, you know, spending time with my child, you know, really being appreciative of, you know, the things that make up my life. And like I said, I hope that you can do the same. Don't let the outside noise get in the way of the signal of you loving yourselves. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Myself, because myself is all I know. The seeds I sow, as I take these steps, I will grow. Thinking about the progressions in the places I go. I've been through things, I've been through pain. Life is strange, but yet I still remain. I'm standing 10 toes down on the plane. It don't matter if it's dark or it's rain. I never been afraid to cry. I never been afraid to look up at the sky. I never been afraid to ask myself why. And if it's hard, I never been afraid to try. I'm not afraid to die, but I don't wanna go. But even if I do, in my soul I know everything will flow from the sky to the floor.
Fear is a factor. Same lines all the time, just like a guild of actors. Fear is the factor. Same lines all the time, just like a guild of actors. I'm so sick of this repetitive ridiculousness. It's not arsenal but marginal, why y'all keep missing this? Let us all picture this, music made to make you better. Now go and grab Berettas and execute vendettas. All I hear is slick